Together, everyone achieves more. Together, everyone achieves more. My dad used to say that before every basketball game. He was my coach. Together, everyone achieves more. There is no I in team. There is no me. The point guard, yeah, they lead, but it ain't about me. It ain't about you. And if you think it's just about you winning the game, it's just about you getting the spotlight, it ain't. You couldn't win without the whole team. Just like in life, we need each other. If anyone ever wants everything to be about them and their identity, what that tells me is they need to get back to the training ground. They need to build some awareness about the control their ego has and the weakness of their mind and how it's overpowered their heart. And there's an imbalance there of leadership. There's the mind controls, the heart leads. Fear controls, love leads. Okay? Team. Together, everyone achieves more on 3. Let's go, baby. Right? Together, everyone, allow yourself to be not just your identity, but to be that of love. And love doesn't care about the glory. It doesn't care about being seen. It doesn't care about being awarded or rewarded. It just cares about doing the right thing. And that means working together. That means not taking away anything from anybody because you want it to be about you. We're in a time in life where co-creation and authenticity are going to be the top things that separate the good from the great. You can't fake authenticity. I see right through it every time. I know if you're authentic. I know if you're connected to your heart. You can't hide from me because I'm connected to my heart. And I'm not trying to be threatening or judgmental. I'm just saying, and I don't judge people's faults either. I see the full potential of everybody when I look at them, which is why I'm so forgiving and why I always give people the benefit of the doubt, and why sometimes that leads me to get hurt because I believe so much in what I see beyond what I see. With my 2 eyes, it's limiting, but beyond the surface, when you dive deep into the heart and someone's shadows and pain, and you can see it, and you can see the inner child there scared, and you can see why they say what they say, why they believe, and they're just not there yet. You have compassion. It breeds compassion. Love breeds compassion. Fear breeds judgment. So if you find yourself judging people a lot, especially if you're using scripture to do so and you're condemning, what you're doing is actually condemning yourself, is judging yourself for what you see in others that's rooted in judgment and not observation or witnessing, and used to feel or inflate your ego. That is not of love. That is not of God. That is not of unconditional love. That is of judgment and fear in the mind. Not clarity, which is freedom. Clarity is freedom. When you can see everything, that is freedom, because you then have a choice to choose what is that which of love. What is love? What is the right thing to do despite it being harder? The heart leads. Heart, love leads. All accepting, come as you are. All are welcome. And there's only witnessing here. There's only witnessing and truth. There's no judgment. There's no strings attached. It's together everyone achieves more. I believe that everyone has something to offer. When I write, I could probably give credits to people who inspire the song, honestly, because everyone has played such a role, even those who have hurt me, I think, because without them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't know what I know without the pain. The pain is what gave me clarity when I was willing to sit with it. And without the pain from the characters in my life, that which gave me the pain and heart and the judgment and the weaponization of scripture and religion and just society in general and the system, all of it, everything I've been through. I have so much lived experience with pain, and because I sat with it, now I have so much learned experience on how to heal with it. That's what I want to do, is share, but also co-create and also give the light, not to myself, which is why I say the love you seek and the love you source. The love you seek is the seeker. That is which the individual process. This is the birth too. There we have 3 births: the physical birth, the second birth, and which is that when you learn that you are an individual and separated from people, that you are your own self. So you take on a role and identity, and you become and know who you start building your character role and believing this is who I am. And a lot of it is based on beliefs from which that were raised in the environment that which breeds who we are going to become and programmed to. And then it's our job to say, well, I don't like this program right here, so I'm going to rewrite the script. And then there's the third birth. This is the return home. This is where you realize you've returned all lost parts and fragmented parts of yourself. They are now returned home. They've been witnessed through the eyes of love. They've been held. You've breathed to give them space to move through and to be released. And so then the third birth is you return home and you're whole, and then you realize we're all actually connected. And this doesn't have to do with anything other than realizing that underneath your identity, and underneath our identity is that we are eternal. And the pulse that is underneath all of our impulses carries us. And without that, we wouldn't even be here to experience what we call here as life. Team, together, everyone achieves more. The source. So we have the seeker. This is why I say the love you seek. I don't use my name Allie because this is not about me. Allie is the vessel, the human role I've taken on. But this is not about me. This is about just teaching things overall, collectively, and using my experience individually, because my individual system is a metaphor for the collective system. The collective does have an ego. And Mother Nature is a living, breathing being. And we are all parts of Mother Nature, of Mother Earth. We are all, it's like we are the limbs of Mother Earth. It's like saying that it would be like acting like our arm isn't part of our body. We are the arms of Earth, right? We feel each other. That's why a tree actually, there's scientific evidence that a tree feels your hug because it's a living being. That's why it's so important to respect nature and understand that everything has a pulse underneath it, because everything is created from the image of, well, God, right? Omniscient, everywhere, within, without, everywhere, at all directions. And then I have the house of heart intelligence. And this is the house where everyone is welcome. This is the house of heart intelligent music. What I've been posting is, it's not about me. I don't care to have my name on there. I really don't. Which is, I want this to be bigger than myself. And hopefully it gets carried on after me. This is something that I want to leave behind, because this is a system I'm building completely founded on love and truth and humility. When I'm wrong, I will right the wrong. I will call myself out and put it in the light, because it's not about me protecting something. It's about me becoming better and showing what it is I talk about, which is humility. It's knowing when you're wrong and saying, I'm sorry, and this is what I'm going to do to make it right. Even when you're in a system of beliefs, when there is a belief that is causing harm, you have to dig deep. And where was this founded? Did I create this when I was angry? And is it causing an excuse for people to cause other pain? Like, this is how deep I get. I go all the way down to the rabbit hole. And I try to think of every single perspective. Like looking into a house, I look through every window and I step into every room and understand every part is its own whole, and to understand every room of a situation. And then to find the truth. I'm not going to find the truth from one tiny perspective. From the living room, I'm not going to know the master bedroom. So I have to go walk up to the master bedroom to go see what that room is like. I can't just base the likingness of it based on my view from the living room. I have to go feel what it's like to lay on that bed, to go look at the colors on the wall and feel the carpet or the hardwood floor under my feet. It's a whole experience. So you have to put yourself in the shoes of a different perspective constantly when you are engaging and trying to find truth. There is not just one view here. There's many points of view that leads to the whole truth. That's why perception isn't meant to be fought about. It's meant to reveal us closer to truth. So when someone is being harmful, it's showing us this is where the program's showing up in you, and I see it, and you're scared to put harm in the light because your identity is attached to the system that's causing harm, and so you feel offended, and this is where the system is perpetuating through that vessel. That's just an example. And then I have the school of heart intelligence, because this is the teachings I'm creating and the curriculum I am creating is not about me. It's about teaching love and how to be it. Because love is what drives out darkness. Love is what drives out anger. Love is what drives out hate. We know this. So how do we become it? Because a lot of us are so angry, even though if we are right, it's not making anything better. We're still on the loop. And it's insane to think if we keep fighting anger with anger, hate with hate, judgment with judgment, that there's not a better judgment just because you're justified. Maybe a little bit better, because if you're abused, by the way, if you're an abuse victim and someone keeps yelling at you and calling you names, and you finally stand up and say, enough, stop it, and you raise your voice, that's different than someone who's calling names, right? Or yelling like to put you in your place or make you feel. So there's a difference between, for example, Jesus flipping tables and then someone like just being an asshole, right? There's a difference. There's a different feeling of anger when it's constructive and destructive. So Jesus's anger was constructive. It was moving. It was calling out harm and putting it in the light because he was protective. And then there's destructive anger. And that's when your anger destroys everyone around you and causes harm and pain because you don't know how to contain it. You're not a safe container, which is not masculine. It is not masculine to think you are right and say you are right when you are wrong. Anyways, together, everyone achieves more. 1, 2, 3, let's go, baby. And, oh, it's busy today out here. JB Alley is, I call myself Jukebox Alley. One time I was sitting in the shower and I got a song that came to me, which was, You Got a Friend in Me. And it was so funny because I had written so many songs that day. I'm like, I just said, I'm a fucking jukebox to myself in the shower. I thought, you know what? I love old school stuff like records, and I thought Jukebox Alley rather than DJ Alley, because that's never resonated with me. Jukebox Alley did. And then when you look at the meaning of what jukebox means and where it comes from, expression of your pure soul, and when you break down the word, and then the boxes which that holds the music, my vessel holds the music, my soul sings the song and writes the songs. It ain't me. It ain't Alley. Alley's just the vessel, right? I'm the box, I'm the jukebox. And so I call myself JB Alley because this is the soul of me. It's pure authenticity that I am writing. It's pure, it's pureness, and it's clarity, and it's real, and it's raw, and it's authentic. JB Alley is that which is me. It is the me that came here to be expressed and felt. It is the part of me that will be felt that you can't not help but feel when you're around me. When people are magnetized to me, it's not because I'm special. It's only because I'm connected to my heart and I'm authentic. And so even though I'm different, those who are even have an issue with people like me, they come up and they're like, I don't know what it is about you. I just love you. Because you can't not love love. You can't not love love. Love makes you want to love. Love makes you want to love. Love makes you want to love. I'm going to write a song about that because I love willow trees too. I love trees and the earth and everything. The stars, the moon, the sky, the clouds, the sun, everything. It's all part of it. We're all part of each other. It's beautiful to think of it like this, that everything is something to be cared about. Even the grass and the ground under your feet. It's like you have to feel compassion for everything. And it keeps you on track. It'll keep you in line. It'll not allow you to miss your mark. Love makes you want to love, baby. Love makes you want to love. Let's go, baby. And it's true. That's why love drives out darkness and anger naturally. When you walk into a room and you are that of love and people look, why is she always smiling? Why is she always, she looks, you know why? Because I'm love.